Chet Chat is underwritten by Scandinavia of Metairie, Posh Paint Pub, and Fleur de Lis. Hi, I'm Chet Porchot, and welcome to another episode of Chet Chat. Each month we bring together local artists and artisans to help a local nonprofit that has a special design challenge. This month the challenge comes from the KIPP New Orleans School, located in the Lower Ninth Ward that was heavily damaged by Hurricane Katrina. Today we're joined by a special education teacher at the KIPP High School, Jackie Kang. Jackie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me here.
Tell me a little bit about KIPP and what exactly is your mission statement?
Sure. KIPP is a nationwide charter organization, and right now we have a region of schools in New Orleans. And KIPP Renaissance is particularly devoted to inspiring, preparing, and empowering students to go to college and get great jobs beyond college.
So tell me, what exactly does KIPP stand for?
KIPP is Knowledge is Power program. And again, it's known all throughout the country for great and wonderful charter organizations. Schools.
So what happens after a kid graduates from KIPP? What is the next stage?
Well, we know and truly believe that all of our students are going to college, and we actually track our students through college and beyond college to see where they go with their careers.
So during Hurricane Katrina, the building was heavily damaged. When did you guys were able to get back into the building and make some changes and actually start having school again?
We actually received the school about a year and a half ago, and from then had over 6,000 to 7,000 volunteers from around the country, bring in thousands of hours of work. We repainted the entire school. They scraped paint off the windows. It was definitely a group effort. And even since then, we have students and parents come in all weekend to help build up the school again.
That's great. That's amazing. So tell me about the room that you had the special design challenge with.
Sure. Our room is a small little nook of a room on one of the corners of our school. And right now it's used just for student meetings. Sometimes we bring parents in there. Sometimes we bring small groups of students to do intervention classes, but it's sort of very cold and can't really be used for much right now.
What would the room be used for in the future?
We have lots of visions for this room. We want to bring families in. We bring them in already, but we sort of have to pick and choose where we bring them. So it'd be great to have a warm, comfortable space for them to come in, meet with teachers, meet with volunteers, meet with the principal, whoever they need to meet with.
That's great. So tell me, how can people get involved with the KIPP school?
We have lots of ways for community to get involved. We have plenty of volunteers that come in just to help, as we said, paint the school and upgrade the school, but we also have local artists come in, and we have a ceramics club, an art club. We have local volunteers come in to help coach our teams. It's a variety of things that people come in to do.
Great. And the KIPP, you also have special needs students as well.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Perfect. I am the special education teacher at KIPP New Orleans. We have almost a 12 to 13% special ed population at our school, and we're looking to grow. We are an open enrollment public charter school, so we take any kid that comes before we reach our maximum of students. So we take any kid and work with them in a variety of ways to meet their needs.
Now, can any kid in the New Orleans area get involved in KIPP, or do you have to live in a certain area of the city?
Any kid can come from New Orleans. We have several schools around New Orleans. We have elementary, middle, and high school. So at any point of their education, they can become a part of KIPP.
And what exactly is the curriculum at KIPP?
KIPP is a college prep curriculum, and it is from elementary to middle to high school. The focus is always on college. You can talk to a third grader and they'll say, I'm KIPP class of 2024, whatever it is. But they all know, and they have chants that get them to college. They're always really working hard. They know at age 5 where they're going to college.
That's great. That's great. What is the future of KIPP?
The future of KIPP hopefully will be expanding. We are expanding to 2 new schools next year in New Orleans. And each year, especially at KIPP Renaissance High School, we'll be building up a grade until we reach the full 9th through 12th grade.
Well, Jackie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for coming to our school.
Oh, you're welcome. Now let's take a look at the room that we had the design challenge with. When we first saw the room, it was filled with old desks and a double bookshelves. The first thing we needed to do was clean up and paint the trim. The second thing we needed to do was deal with the floor that was patched with wood that was a different color from the existing floor. There were 3 windows throughout the room, so all we needed to do was Chetterize the room. Before the big reveal of the KIPP room, we wanted to talk to someone very special that has bought some gifts for the students at KIPP. Joining us today is Brittany Cranston, representing the New Orleans Hornets. Brittany, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
How's the season going?
So far, so good. We're about halfway through the season. We started off setting records left and right at the beginning of the season. We've had a great season so far. Chris Paul was just named to the Western Conference All-Star starting squad,
Wow.
which is pretty amazing. And the city has really been rallying behind us. We've got a lot of momentum right now behind us.
So are we looking forward to the playoffs?
We are. We're in a good playoff position right now. It's a little early to start predicting where we're going to fall because it's only halfway through the season, but we are expecting to make the playoffs this year, which if you've never been to a playoff game at the arena, it's incredible. Highly recommend it for everybody. It's so exciting, and hopefully we'll go all the way this year.
I tell people all the time, you know, I'm the resident designer for the Hornets, and the energy
Yeah.
at the arena, at the Hive, is like so amazing.
You can't find it anywhere else. It really is something that we pride ourselves on. We really try to put on a show on and off the court. You know, some people don't understand that we're not just a basketball team. We are, you know, trying to entertain fans of all ages, and that's what you get when you come to a game.
So there's rumors that saying that the Hornets are going to be leaving. Nip that in the bud for us and tell us that's really not true.
It's not true. We are staying. We have just seen some amazing support from the business community lately. Fans have really stepped up to support us. We had an attendance benchmark that we had to meet as part of our agreement with the state. We did meet that agreement because of the fans and because of the business community stepping up to support us. And we're committed to New Orleans, and New Orleans is showing that they're committed to us. And we are extremely excited to put together a plan for our long-term success here in the city.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So tell me, how do the Hornets get involved in community services around New Orleans?
We're extremely passionate about the community and giving back to the community. We really try to tailor our community initiatives to the need right then. Directly following Hurricane Katrina, we started our Hoops for Homes initiative. We completely rebuilt 20 brand new homes in the city and funded repairs for over 65, including some teachers.
That's great.
And you know, in this last year, we've all suffered through the devastation of the oil spill. In the last 4 months alone, we've raised over $80,000 to benefit the revitalization of the Gulf Coast area. So we really try to tailor our community initiatives to what's going on in the city and the region right now. This season, we're really focusing on 3 initiatives: live, learn, and play. Refurbishing basketball courts to provide a safe place for children to play, you know, promoting healthy habits at an early age, and exercise, and showing that exercise can be fun to try to fight childhood obesity. And just providing resources for those who are in need, whether it's providing a hot meal to senior citizens or providing bikes to local students who aren't going to receive anything for the Christmas, you know, holidays. So it's really just figuring out what that need is and us meeting it. And we're just blessed to be in a position where we are considered a business and community leader. Yeah. We have some of the biggest named athletes in the entire world on our team representing our city. Yeah. And so it's just a blessing to be able to give back to those in need and make a difference.
That's great. So what have you bought for the KIPP students? I'm so excited.
We brought some fun Hornets
good.
goodies.
I want some too.
Bobbleheads. Everybody loves a bobblehead. You cannot have more fun with this. It's a Chris Paul Mardi Gras bobblehead, perfect for right now.
Oh, definitely.
As we get excited for the Mardi Gras season. We're going to provide every child with a New Orleans Hornets t-shirt as well.
And Chet Porsche.
Absolutely. You will look fantastic in this. So every child's going to get a t-shirt as well. And then just some other little goodies that we have in the bowl. We have some Thunder Sticks because we want the kids to be making some noise, obviously. They can bring these to the Hive, too, when they come check out games. Mardi Gras beads and little stress balls so that when they're at school and they're stressed out, they can squeeze the ball and think of the Hornets and think of all the fun times and then start studying again.
That's awesome. How can people get involved with the Hornets?
Lots of ways. One of the best ways to support the team right now is buy season tickets or buy individual tickets. We've had, just like I said, tremendous support from the fans right now. Log on to Hornets.com. We've got games throughout the rest of the season. We've got a ticket plan for every fan, whether fans are looking for full season, half season, 12-game partial plans. We really have some great options. And right now, we're offering a really cool special. I'll tell your fans about it right now.
Tell me.
Balcony Buster. Buy 2 in the balcony, get 2 for free.
Wow.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't. Do the honeybees get involved involved in community service as well?
The honeybees are all over the place.
They are.
They are all over the place, and they do a lot in the community with us. They do more than 300 appearances every year,
Wow.
which is pretty incredible because that's almost averages one a day.
Yeah.
But they're very active in the community, very active in our grassroots marketing events. You can find them at any Hornets event.
And how many games are left in the season, and who's playing the big game this Saturday?
Well, this Saturday we take on the Chicago Bulls, which is a pretty big game for us, and Saturday night, so it should be a packed house. We're about halfway through the season so far, so we've got about 40 to 50 games left.
Is there a big rivalry between the Hornets and the Bulls?
Sort of. I mean, when I think of the Bulls, I think of the 90s Bulls with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, all those guys. So it's just, you know, having those big named teams come in that are just legendary, it's always a little more exciting.
Well, good. Well, good. Thank you so much for joining me
Thank you
today.
for
I love
having
your
us.
energy. This has
Thank
been very
you.
exciting. So now we're going to continue with our DIY, the do-it-yourself segment. Today we're joined by Mary Joan from Posh Paints Pub, joining us to make a beautiful piece of pottery for your home. This is the part of the Chet Chat segment that I love the most. It's the DIY, the do-it-yourself part of the segment. Today I'm joined by Mary Joan from Posh Paint Pubs, located on Metairie Road. Mary Jo was so kind to donate a beautiful piece of pottery to the KIPP school. Mary Joan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Posh Paint Pubs and what are the services that you guys provide?
Well, Posh Paint Pub is a do-it-yourself pottery studio.
I love do-it-yourself.
Where lots of families come in and paint pottery, but we also go to the schools and bring our services to the schools in the form of a field trip. And we also do birthday parties, and I also paint custom platters for weddings or birthdays or just any day.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. So what are you going to teach us today?
Well, today I brought in a little snail planner, and we're going to be painting on this. This is a lime green color that we're going to be placing on the bottom of the snail, and I'm going to have you paint the top. I'm going to pour a little bit more of this paint out. This is actually a glass paint that crystallizes in my oven at 1,800 degrees.
Tell us a little bit about all the forms that you have at your...
Oh, we have hundreds. We have planners, plates, mugs, figurines. Since we do birthday parties, we have all sorts of things for the kids to paint. But not only that, adults like coming in as well.
So it's a kind of a family environment. You can actually have your kids there, your husband, your wife. If you have an elderly parent, you can also bring there as well. Tell me about the paint you're using, because you know on Chet Chat, I got to be sure that we're teaching people 3 different things. We're teaching them how to do it yourself, making sure that we're staying local as possible and eco-friendly or as green as possible. Are we always using low VOC paint?
We are. This is unleaded, non-toxic paint. And you see, we want to be non-toxic and unleaded because a lot of the times we have children put their handprints on plates and so forth. So we want the parents to feel very comfortable coming to my studio and working on.
So it's kind of like you paint these things, and it's almost like a keepsake. That's just something that you can have for a long time. And can someone come in and create their own piece, or do you kind of guide them and asking them what exactly do they want to use?
During the summer, we hand build with clay. We do summer art camp, so canvas painting and several other things that we do at our studio. But yeah, we'll help them get started. In fact, this is a palette that's on every table that show all the different colors that the families can choose from, and a lot of the kids like to pick the colors that they want to paint their items with.
So guys, this is like a color wheel. Whenever you go to the paint store, you get a color wheel. This is Mary Joan's color wheel. So you basically have this out for people to be able to choose the colors that they want to choose from. And this is something that's very interesting about this paint. It explodes, right?
Yes, this is this type of paint is a crystal glazes, and so you actually have crystals in here that kind of explode in the oven. And in this jar at the very bottom, I'm going to stir it up, you can actually see the crystals.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So on the 3rd coat, you would mix this up really well, and you can feel and see the crystals in here.
Yeah.
And so when you pick this up, you'll actually be laying, you can go ahead and lay some of these crystals on here, right in this area. And I'll continue working with the the green here.
I can
The
definitely
lime
tell
green.
that you have.
Can you see the crystals
yeah,
now?
I do. It's
See,
really
even
beautiful.
you can do.
I try.
Yeah, you're great.
I can tell by the way you talk about this that you definitely have a passion for this.
I do.
And we were talking earlier before we went on, and I was asking you, is this, like, are you really, once you become really tied to a piece,
Right.
is it hard to give up that piece, or do you love painting for other people?
I love painting for other people. So when I do wedding platters or story bowls or something like that, and a story bowl might be something that a gentleman came in and wanted something for his wife. And so on the platter we put where they met, some of their family members,
very
and
nice.
so forth. Yeah, that was really a cool piece.
How long
that
does
I
it
did.
take to fire a piece of it?
Once it gets in the oven, it's in there 24 hours, and since it has to reach a temperature of 1,800 degrees,
Ooh, that's pretty hot.
yeah, it takes about 10 hours for the ovens to heat up and another 10 hours to cool down. And we try to fit lots of pieces in our big ovens.
Do you have parties there, like private parties? Let's just say me and a couple of my friends wanted to have like a paint party. Is that something that you guys have at your services?
We do. We have paint parties that we do for adults and children. The Red Hat groups come in.
Oh, that's
we have Tulane bringing their girls in to paint.
What about the mugs that you make? Are they safe for drinking, and can you microwave
It is,
those?
because the glaze that we dip all our pieces in and make it food safe is a clear glaze. So when we dip our mugs or dip the platters, it puts a food safe surface on our product.
And I see at the bottom of this mug, you can personalize your own
Yes,
mug.
that's right.
This is a great gift not only for during the holiday seasons, but also, I mean, this would be a great Valentine's Day gift.
It is.
You know, and you could make these also for Mardi Gras. You know, we're coming up in the Mardi Gras season. These are great to have for
That's
Mardi
right.
Gras parties. I just love these. I drink coffee every day. I would love to have one of these mugs.
And it's great for someone who has everything, but
Right.
they don't have a mug with their name on it, right?
Okay, so this is the way the piece started, and
That's
now we're
right.
going to show the final piece that you're going to
Sure.
donate to the KIPP school.
All right.
Now we're getting ready for the final product. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. So tell me, what was the process when you did this?
Well, we just applied the jungle gems, Noel, which we would do in here, and the little crystals actually do the exploding in the oven.
Okay.
So wherever these little crystals happen to fall is where that fired in like that.
Well, it's a beautiful piece, and I'm sure the people at the KIPP school are going to be very happy and thrilled to receive this piece. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having Posh Paint Pop. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now that we have beautiful pottery for the room, we're going to go back in the studio and meet national artist Allison Stewart. The snail pottery from Posh Paint's Pub really will help the room, but the room would not be complete without the art. We're lucky to have nationally recognized artist Allison Stewart with us today, who will be donating art for the room. Allison is known for her artwork displaying the complex interaction between man and nature. Allison, thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm so thrilled.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell me, I hear that you were trained as a biologist.
Yes.
How did you make the change from being a biologist into the beautiful art that you do today?
Well, for me, it wasn't a far leap. I got my degree in biology, worked in surgery research for a number of years, loved what I saw under the microscope or dyeing the tissues for slides, so it was very visual. When my children were born and when they got to be in school all day long, I said, let's do something. So I went back to school and got an MFA in art, and I've been painting ever since.
Oh, great. Now you are you started KidSmart.
Yeah, my husband and I started
Okay.
KidSmart, Campbell Hutchinson.
Tell me a little bit about KidSmart.
KidSmart is a nonprofit organization that we formed in 1998 to teach under-resourced children important life lessons through the arts, the visual and performing arts. And through the arts, learning becomes fun. So we designed it as actually a learning tool for the education system that they could get in their schools. At that time, in 1998, arts programs were being cut back radically or cut out totally. And we thought, this is not fair to children. So we called upon our friends and we formed the nonprofit, and we started with one school and 20 children, Fisher Elementary School. And from that, we've grown to work with 3,800 children in 16 elementary and middle schools. And we're really seeing the benefits of including creative projects in the education system to complement the core curriculum.
So
And
tell
that's
me,
what
how
we
can
do.
people get involved in KippSmart?
Oh, they can do wonderful things for us. And with us, they can obviously support us financially, but they can become involved in mentoring with the children, helping us in all of our projects with the children. We have circus art projects. They can attend some of the performances that we give. We give performances with Jazz Fest every year, and then other local neighborhood fests on occasion.
Okay, so let's talk about your art. Tell me about what's your influence behind your art? Like this beautiful piece we have here. What influenced you to paint such vivid and such beautiful pieces of work?
Well, this piece is one of a suite of four called the Vivaldi Suite, and this references Vivaldi's music. This is Vivaldi's Summer. So I've done fall, winter, and spring. And some of it works with the organic nature of botany or biology. The other, some of the geometric forms, refer to how man structures his environment and often does not take into consideration the natural environment that is affected by building or not building.
It's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
So is this watercolor or what is the medium?
This is acrylic with oil glazes, and this is a print. This is one of several, an edition of 10. So I work mainly with acrylics and oil glazes, and then I throw in things like tar or charcoal or something other. So they become mixed media.
If somebody was interested in buying a piece of your art, where can they purchase that?
I'm represented by Arthur Roger Gallery here in New Orleans on Dewey Street. I also have galleries in other parts of the country. And they can look at my website, www.alisonstewart.com. But the more important website to look at is kidsmart.org.
We want to make sure we get that out, that KippSmart is very important. You know, you and I was just talking earlier, and I was saying that how important it is for us to get involved in the community, especially with the kids, because it's the kids of the people that is from the next generation. They're the people, they're the kids that are going to kind of shaping and molding the city of New Orleans. So I think involving KippSmart along with the different schools, it's really a great thing that you and your husband has done, and I could tell that you're so passionate about the KippSmart program.
We are, and I wanted to tell you that we are in a KIPP school. I can't say I don't know the particular KIPP school. We also are working with more and more children in further removed areas, and we would like to grow KidsSmart so the entire state of Louisiana would have an opportunity to bring arts education to their children.
Allison, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Now that we have all the artwork for the KIPP school, we are going to get ready for our big reveal. This is the part of the Chet Chat segment that we talk about what's hot in interior designs and home furnishings, and what a better place to be than Scandinavian Metairie. I just got back from the New York Gift Show, and there was a lot of great things, especially recycle, upcycle, and do-it-yourself things. Today, I'm joined by Eric Menendez, the General Manager at Scandinavia. Eric, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for coming.
Eric, tell us the history of Scandinavia.
Well, we've been here for 31 years. We were started in 1980. We've been in the same location now for the whole time. We started off with a 6,000 square foot showroom right here on the corner of Clearview and Airline, and we've grew. Now we have 33,000 square feet of showroom, and we also have a 40,000 square foot warehouse in Elmwood. And I think the best part of Scandinavia is that we're actually a locally owned business. So that's my favorite part about it.
You know, people ask me all the time, what makes something contemporary? So I thought you would be the best person to tell us that.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have different ideas of what contemporary is, but I really think it's just something that is, current with the times, and it's more clean lines, not as ornate. It's just something that just very aesthetically is very simple and clean and refreshing.
So I was at the New York Gift Show, and seems like modern and contemporary is really the hot thing. So tell me a little bit about what you guys have here that's the real hot trends in contemporary design this year.
Well, we're seeing, a lot of business in the upholstered beds is a big thing for us this year. We have a lot of different styles, and that's a, really hot item. A lot of white, high gloss white stuff is definitely, colors and white, bright things is definitely very popular.
Are many of your items in your store made from green products and that are eco-friendly?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, a lot of our manufacturers are trending towards using, green products, such as like using wood from renewable forest, Also we have a lot of furniture that is using like reclaimed wood from old barns and things like that. We have this great rug here that one of our manufacturers, what they do is they actually purchase the tie clippings from a factory, and then instead of just tossing them away, they're actually turning it into a nice rug here. So I mean, this is definitely a lot. We're definitely seeing a trend towards that. With the awareness of green products nowadays.
Many people think that contemporary and modern design is very expensive. Is this true?
Oh, well, that is a common misconception that we have. A lot of customers come in our store and they have this idea that, because of the style, it's going to be very expensive. But we actually have a full line of ready-to-assemble furniture. We have a lot of little fold-down sofas that are great for people just starting out or college students. So basically, we try to keep something in stock that's going to fit any budget, and you can still get the style and the clean lines and contemporary look that you're seeing on all these design shows and things like that. You can still get that if you're on a budget.
Many people are familiar with Scandinavia and familiar with you guys carrying living room and bedroom furniture, but you also have an office line.
Oh yes, we carry a full line of commercial as well as home office furnishings, desks. We have office chairs, conference tables. So really, even furniture for the lobby. If you're trying to furnish an office. So I mean, definitely that is a huge part of our business here at Scandinavia. And whatever your needs are, we definitely have them for office.
And you guys are exclusive to a couple of lines. Can you tell us what the couple of lines that you guys only have here at Scandinavia?
Oh yeah, we carry the Natuzzi products. We actually are the only dealer in the city that carries the Italy products, the products that are straight from Italy. We also have a company from Norway called Ekernes, which is recliners, very ergonomic. We are the exclusive dealer of them. So I mean, we definitely have a few lines that you really can't find anywhere else around this area. So definitely come down and see us for those.
And a big part of the Chet Chat segment is that we are all about giving back. Tell me about how Scandinavia actually gives back to the community.
Well, definitely each year we do team up with one of the manufacturers I just mentioned, Ekernes. It's a company out of Norway, and we team up and we do a charity event where we actually, if you donate a certain amount to charity, we actually give you a discount on the chair, and that's something that we do on a yearly basis. As well as throughout the year, we do a lot of nonprofit organizations have auctions and things like that that will donate, such as like the Norwegian Seamen's Church and things like that, that we try to donate some of the products so they can help raise some money.
Eric, thank you so much for joining me today. We'd like to thank Scandinavia for having us here in their store to talk about what's hot in interior design and home furnishings. I know you guys were waiting for the big reveal at the KIPP Renaissance School, but the reveal was so big, we're gonna wait till next month to show you what it is. So stay tuned to Chet Chat. And that's it for Chet Chat. Thank you for joining us in our venture to design the KIPP School Room. For more information on today's show, you can visit my website at chetportiadesign.com. I'm Chet Portia, and I've got designs for New Orleans. I'll see you next time. Chet Chat is underwritten by Scandinavia of Metairie, Posh Paint Pub, and Fleur de Lis.